Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Now Stroud.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Looking for Michael Mayer on the play,
but it's going to be 2nd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So a wise decision there defensively. They get the spot pushed back, and now it's not a first down. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
A little juke. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Stroud.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Stroud working out of the gun. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And That's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, it's Kamara. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Stroud to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Joe Mixon, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Stroud looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Stroud. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Kamara up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Stroud now on second down. And it's a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a dump off here complete. Gets past one man. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Garoppolo on first down. Same target. It's Jacobs again. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here comes third and about a foot. Garoppolo again. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. Stroud now on 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Flush to his right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ja'Cory Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. To return it, Alvin Kamara.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two. Drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
The second down throw now from Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mixon.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stroud escaping the pressure right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
It's a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Joe Mixon
with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Broncos had 6 to their lead.
Gano the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, there he goes, right side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
To throw is Garoppolo. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. This to Jacobs on the toss right. Pushing through the contact. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Kamara now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Mixon running wide side. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards that time.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Stroud out of the gun here. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Back to throw. Stroud. Dancing to his left. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Garoppolo now. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw, it's Garoppolo. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. There's Mims with the acrobatic effort. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Stroud. That's going to be caught by Pickens. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The throwing again is Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That is caught. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Open man right side, Myers. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And that's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here's a 2nd and 5. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now Garoppolo, maybe a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mixing up the middle. Good footwork at the 30. 68 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Working from the gun, here's Levis. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Back to throw, Levis. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 3. Levis. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now, here's Levis. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now
down by 13. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He gets this to Myers.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive there took 6 plays. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again? If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Denver,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get a few...